Yeah, hello everyone. So we have seen yesterday class how to do different kind of transformations from XML to the JSON and sometimes JSON to JSON, and then we have used the scatter gather pattern to get all the responses from the different kind of flows, multiple flows like American and Delta and United. So from this we are getting all the responses and we are merging all the three responses and showing to the front end user. Okay, so this is what we have done yesterday class, and today we are going to learn that how to declare a query parameters and how to do some optimization on the RAML file when we are having some repeated operations in a different um, we say different resources. Okay, so to do that, so far let let me open one thing here. So so far, what are the API endpoints we have created? We have created uh, HTTP localhost 8081 slash API slash flights. This is one endpoint for my API, and then American Delta United. So these are the endpoints we have created, and if anyone interested to see only American airlines available flights, they can hit this endpoint and they can get it back. And it's like a similarly individual airline information, they can get it. And if you are directly hitting flights, then they can able to see that all the flights information, availability information. Okay. And now what I would like to do, I want to perform some query parameters. So in this first endpoint, if I pass some query parameters like airline name, if I say that airline name is American or airline name is Delta or United, so based on my airline name, I have to read flights availability information. Okay, so instead of this separate UR and endpoint URL, I want to pass that as a query parameter. So now you are going to learn that how to use the query parameters inside RAML or API design. Okay, so this is the RAML file, my flights API.raml. Okay, and this is my project. So put a tab after, I mean, just write the query parameters. Okay, query parameters should be same level for the responses tag. Okay, and then what are the query parameters you want to pass it? Just declare those query parameters. So let's say destination. If I say something, and you need to declare, you can, if you want to see that as a, when you select some drop down box, you can able to see some values, right? So for that you can use nm. There are so many are there, but let me keep it this. And one more is airline code, right? airline. For NM, you just give one more tab here. For destination, give it one more tab. Airline one tab. Okay, and then again, I want to keep it NM keyword, and inside my bracket, I would like to mention that what are the airlines. American, United, Delta. Not for,
Explain what the responses is doing there.
okay. This you need to give one more tab, right? Yep. Now it is fine. So now I could able to declare some query parameters. Okay. Uh, I think I can hear some voice. So can you please put mic on mute? Okay. Thank you. Now if I go back to my flights API and I need to design a separate flow for this because based on my choice, I want to route the different destination you want. So for that, I'm going to show you that how to use the choice based routing. Okay, let me go. Just drag one more flow after this. I think keep it here. Okay, now what is my intention? I want to first store my variables, right? Query parameter variables, whatever I'm passing, I want to store that. So for that, you need to use a variable. Okay, so this variable name, I'm saying that the airline. So I'm passing as a query parameter. So where I can get that, you need to use the Mule expression language. So as I said, hash and open and close bracket, it's like a MEL expressions. So message dot inbound properties dot inbound properties message dot inbound properties dot this sometime. It should get auto populate, guys. Okay. Let me do it again. I think it's not loading properly. Is it not understanding? Okay, maybe something not understanding. Just go to your flights API and regenerate your flow. Maybe we are using some trial version. Sometimes it may behave like this. So either you just terminate the instance or restart your Anypoint Studio. So that will help you. Okay. Basically, these properties should get start. I mean, automatically it gives that. Still not giving this. Okay, I think I already had in some place. So let me take it from there. It will be like this actually. So you see that message dot inbound properties dot http parameter. Up to here it should get auto populate. But still, maybe I need to restart my Anypoint Studio. It's not doing that. I want to show that how it will repopulate it. But let me try once. Let me restart and see if it can work. Meanwhile, we'll also see that in Anypoint Management Studio, so have you guys tried this exchange, taking some examples and running on your mission? So try this exchange. There are a lot of templates and examples are there. Walk through that code at least, so you can see that how they are building the integration between different kind of applications. Okay, and this runtime manager is basically when you deploy application from Anypoint Studio, the application will come here automatically. So that we will see that when you are doing the deployment. But after this session, you are going to see the deployment, how to do the deployments and all. Okay. Yeah, here, right? Still not. Think my trial guide expert looks like some of the properties is not properly loading. Okay, let's keep it for now like this, and we'll proceed further. So after setting my variable, I mean I'm taking airline code from the inbound properties, right? Once I got the airline code, it is based on it might be American or Delta or United. So now I want to decide that. So where I need to call based on this code, I want to decide. Okay. So from input you will get airline code as a query parameter. Okay. Take that query parameter and based on that code you check that which one is you want to hit. So when you want to take some such kind of a choice based decision, so you need to use the choice. Go to your palette and check choice. So there you can see a choice route message based on expression. Okay, drag and drop here, and based on the choice you are going to hit your flow. You want to get the data from the end system. So how many end systems we have here? We have three types of end systems are there. So and we already have complete flow implementation. So we just want to um, hit the flow and get the data from that. So for that you just need flow reference only. Since you already implemented end-to-end implementation for getting the data from American Airlines, United Airlines and Delta Airlines. So you don't need to implement again. You just call that flow wherever you already implemented. You just call that flow here. So let's say this is for my American getting data from American Airlines, and this is for my Delta Airlines, and this is for my United Airlines. So let me reference that. So you can see that flow name. You need to provide the flow name. So if you just click on the drop down, you can see that. So what it is asking? Get flights. Not this one. I think this is right. American flights flow. So the flow name also will get the display name also will get changed based on your flow name. And what is another one? It's a delta. And then United. Okay. So if I'm getting this query parameter, I want to get only that particular data. Let's say if I'm not passing any query parameter, what should I do? So then in that case, I want to get all the flight information. So that you keep it in default. Okay. So do we have to get, do we have any flow to get all the flights available information? Yes, we do have already implemented. So we just reference that flow inside the default. So for that, what is the flow? This is the get flights flow. There is a get flights flow which gets all the information. Okay. So now I would like to do some little modification to make it clear understanding. So what I will do, I will change this configuration. Okay, I will cut this. For this, I will give all airline will flow. Okay, I give like this, and then for this flow, I will give the same name. This is my property. Okay, so I got it. I will copy paste here. So I just changed the name. So I'm keeping that get flights API config name to the choice based flow. And to get all the flights details, I have given some different name. Okay, so that it will be very clear. So now the name got changed, right? So you need to select the same one for all airlines flight. Right now here also it should get changed. Now it is clear in this case. So okay, now basically what you will get when you hit the get flights flow, if you are passing some query parameters, okay, it comes here based on the query parameter. First you are loading the query parameter. What is my airline? If you are passing some American, okay, so you are deciding the choice based routing. So you need to set it right. We haven't set that choice based routing. How to do that? So if it is a American, then you route it to here. If it is a Delta, the route it to there. And if there is no query parameter, then the route it to the get all flights information. Okay. Now you need to give the query here. So this is related to United, right? So now you need to write the hash. So you already stored that query parameter inside a flow variable. So get the variable from the flow variable. Flow VARS capital V. Flow vars dot airline is equal to it should be in double quotes American. Okay, copy paste on all the places and change the name. So if it is equal to Delta, and if my Lovar's airline name is equal to United. Okay, now it is done. So let me open this in browsers and see how it looks. Okay, I want to see the API how it is. what is my local host 8081 slash API slash console, right? Yeah. Now basically if you click this you can see the query parameters, right? Airline and destination. And if you see that these are optional parameters, if you keep it required, then it will show you. If you are leaving empty, then it will show it as a red mark alert saying that you need to enter these details. So if you see that American United Delta, so from where it is loading? From the raml which you already designed. So in the raml you mentioned in the enum, so based on this one, so you already define like this. That's what it is showing. If you're not keeping this line, then it will not show that. You need to manually enter it. It's like a drop down box, it will show you for you. So you just need to select it, that's it. Okay, got it. How to declare this query parameter and how to set some default values to select from the drop down. It's just a 2-line code you need to write, that's it. So query parameters and then destination and then some enum keyword. Okay, and if you see that destination also, how many we said? Only two. That's what it is showing, only two. So whatever you set in the raml, it automatically comes. Okay. Now we'll see that how while passing, can you see it here? Let's pass only American and see. You see, you got the information back with the status code. Okay. What is this? Does it? I think it's routed to United flow. It looks like not American flow, right? So might be something wrong in your choice. So where you mentioned choice, we might have mentioned differently. Huh. See this? I said here American, then but I am calling United flow. That's what I got the United response. So it should be different, right? United. This is where is my American? Okay. Now I should be able to see proper. Let me reload my API console and see. Okay. Okay. Now go here, click on this and select your airline code. America. Then you should be able to see only American Airlines. See, you got the American Airlines details. Correct. Now change it to United. Now you should be able to see that United Flights Airlines details. Okay. Now if you change it to Delta, it should be Delta Flights L information. Okay. So what is our fourth condition? It's like if I don't cause anything, I want to leave it as empty. These two. So if I leave these two as an empty, okay, and if I click simply get, it should be go to delta, I mean default flow, right? So then in that case, I should be able to see that American Airlines. So if you see that American Airlines and then Delta and then United. So it's clubbed all these and then you got the response back. And also if you see that we implemented sorting, right? So price, sort by price. So that is also coming because let me show you in debug mode, that will make you very much clear. So to go to the debug mode, what I need to do, I just need to stop the terminate this one and here and go to debug mode and then start it again. Keep your breakpoint here, toggle breakpoint. So this is a way, I mean, in real time, where you need to take some decisions based on the input request. So let's say some country, if you have some requirement based on the country, you need to route it to the end system. So first, what you have to do from the input XML, read the country value and store that country value in a flow variable. Okay, once you store that flow variable, just check that if the country belongs to this some specific region, APAC region, the country belongs to EMEA region, if the country belongs to some NAM region, something like that, then route it to the flow. Okay, so that flow will should be able to take the remaining logic. It is you may need to do such kind of integrations, or you may need to call based on the some value. Okay, you may need to do implement some choice based routing, send it to the destination systems, calling a web service, calling a database, or it can be anything. Okay, so basically I want to tell you that how to use the choice based routing. So this is the usage of choice based routing and query parameters we learned today. Okay, now let's go and debug and see that whether it is properly moving or not. So let's select one and then click hit, then you will not get a response back because uh, your Anypoint Studio is running in debug mode and it will what is this, not running, strange. I ran in debug mode only. I think I ran in debug mode. Might be my port got blocked, it looks. So what I have to do in this case, if it is not running, go to your flight flow and go to debug gas and select the debug configuration. Okay, and click on the mule debug and see what is your port. So the port here it is 6666. Might be it's got blocked by something, so it's I could not able to debug it. Okay, this is a common issue we always face. So when you get even if you are running the debug mode, but you still you cannot able to see the debugger enabled, then what you need to do, you just need to change this port number. uh, 5005, you can keep it this, apply and debug. Now let's see. There is a command also to release that ports. You can get it from Google and release what is the port is blocked. Okay, when you do sudden termination, sometimes the port will get blocked. I think still it is not running in debug mode. Try it one more time. Yeah, now it is going in debug mode. So if you get that pop-up, that means it is in running in debug mode. Just click on yes, so then it will go into debug mode perspective. Okay, so now you go back again and try to test it one more time. Select some airline and then click on get. Still not coming. It's done automatically. Hmm. You can give it and see. Still, it's not going in debug prospect. Prospect got changed, but it's not going. Maybe that port also not working proper, so not supporting. It looks. Anyhow, we are getting response back, but I just want to show you that how it will go a step by step way. Okay, let me try one more time. Last time, a different port. I, no, guys, it's still not going. Okay, I will show it to you tomorrow. Let's see. Let list all the ports, and maybe I will show you that. Okay, for now, I think you understand that how to do the choice-based routing, and how to basically it goes like when it calls the flow. Yesterday we have seen that how it is going flow by flow. So it calls this flow. So we already have this get flights American flow. So it will go here and get the response from this database, and do some transformation and giving it to the whoever calling flow. So now our primary flow will be this one. Okay. So in this flights API exercise, we learned that how to create an API, RAML API, and then how to generate different flows based on the resource names, and then we learned how to interact with the different kind of backend systems like database and REST and web service consumers, right? And then what we learned, how to do a transformation to the XML to Java and JSON to Java. Okay, we did the transformation between these two using the transform message component. Okay, and then what we learned, what else? We learned how to use the scatter gather, where we need to use that, where you have a requirement to combine multiple responses from different flows, and then give it as a single response. So in that case, you need to give it as use the scatter gather. So if you see the symbol also indicates the same way. Multiple responses you are giving the single response. So here is the multiple responses, and then uh, it will club and give the single response back to you. Okay, and we have also seen that how to define the query parameters inside the RAML. Okay, so this is the way to define the query parameters. And we have used two query parameters here, and inside the query parameters, I want if I want to set some default values, how to set that by using the enum keyword that we have seen that, and also how to use these query parameters inside your flow. Okay, so that also we did that by using a flow variable. We are could able to store the flow variable inside the I mean that query parameter we are loading into the flow variable. So this is the Mule expression language, MUL expression. So you can see a message dot inbound properties, list of properties will come, HTTP query parameters, HTTP URI parameters, something else. For now we are passing it as a query parameter. So now we have taken this query parameter, and then the name which we are represented in the RAML. Okay, and once we load that query parameter into some flow variable, how to reuse that in a flow. So like some routing purpose or any. So for routing purpose, we used here, and to route to different destinations based on your input value. So we have used the choice based routing, and we have seen that how to do the validation here to check the condition. So this is also a MEL expression, and which we did like this flow vats dot airline code is equal to United, then call this flow, and if it is equal to delta, then call this delta flow. If it is American, then call the American flow. And if it is nothing, if I'm not passing any flow, I mean query parameter, then default it should call the all airline flight flow. So that should be able to get the all the details from the all the airlines and combine it and give it back to me. Okay, this is what we have learned so far. Okay, let's stop the session for today. Okay, and keep practice it, and I'll get back to you with this issue, debugger issue, and then we'll see that how to do optimization here, because optimization means instead of, because we already have one flow which take care of everything. So do we still require this American delta? It's not required, right? So we can remove this, and if For all the things, we can simply use that and pass it as a query parameter. So that will take care of everything. So you don't need all these different endpoints. Okay, that is called optimization. Initially, you implement it like that, but you don't require this one. This entire code you don't require, right? You're not using that because you are passing it as a query parameter, that value. Any doubt so far, or is it clear?
No.
Okay, let me stop the recording and